you know, the Syron has always been involved with helping for the expungement, sealing, clemency, and criminal justice, and giving people a second chance, and working from the ground up, and trying to help the people empower themselves so that we can start a movement. It's not just for a time period, but forever. You have to keep getting people involved. You have to keep going door to door. It's a block club mentality. Everyone needs to know everyone on the block. You must be engaged with one another. You must know your alderman. You must hold everyone accountable. And that's what Syron's about. He's going to be held accountable. He's going to be accessible. He's going to be reachable. And he's going to be approachable. And he's going to be on the ground, just like with the Block Club University. And that's what we need.
All right, you guys. And we have some others who joined. Joe, did you want to speak? Because we definitely... in order for me to run and create Friends of Syron Smith, I had to step down as my chairmanship of National Block Club University. So I had to have someone in place who is trusted, guaranteed not to take us this way from the non-for-profit world, and that's this brother here, Joe, the new president of National Block Club University.
Oh, wow.
I met Syron about 7 years ago through Jewel. I was trying to create a program called Feed a Friend where I can feed the kids. And she, I met her through a security guard that stays next door. She said, instead of meeting her, I need to meet Syron Smith. And from that day, I've either seen him or been on the phone with him every day. But the most memorable part is when my nephew died. He died last year, the day after his birthday. He was killed, right? He was killed the day after his birthday. And every step of the way, Syron was there. And nobody else like Syron can do this job like he does, because he's really there, not just saying he's there and disappear. He's always there. I mean, tears, everything. Syron is always there, so I support him 100% all the way.
All right, Joe.
So the bottom line, and my mother-in-law is here. Tia, raise your hand. She got the whole family to Christine, she was the governor for this zip code for 3 years. Raise your hand, Christine.
All right.
And now Joe, Brother Will is the governor, and she's an entrepreneur, has her own business, and we're going to keep promoting and making sure that we support black businesses and get that dollar circulation. Jean in the back from 65th and Bear, raise your hand. Jean, Carey, 66 in Oakley over there. Aisha, I'm putting all y'all blocks out there. All right, I think I got everybody covered. And the reason, what was that?
I do want to say something.
Uh-oh, come on.
And I'll make it quick. He's here for you when you have problems. I've had problems. My nephew, I have a young nephew that's an ex-offender. He was there for him. He tried to help him. The nephew didn't allow him to help him, but he tried to. He's helped me. He's here for all of us. And he's got a plan. It's not like he just wants to do something. He has a plan. And I can see that the plan has worked thus far. The tissue product is a unique idea, and it can work if we work with Syron.
Yes.
So he can do things for us that we didn't dream could be done.
All right now. All right.
Spoken from an elder. I might say she might be our biggest elder out here. That's fair.
Our oldest elder.
All right.
Wisest.
I like that. All right. The reason I'm running, and most people who've been knowing me for a while know I put my hat in the ring in 2007 for the mayor's race. And some people say that was too ambitious. Why are you trying? You got to start small. You got to start slow. They said the same thing about Barack. You're going to hear a few references back to Barack. Too young. Why don't you wait a little while? You know, work your way through the system. And the reason I did it was because so far I'm the only one that knows all these people block by block. And in 2007 when I announced, and everything is spiritual, so if it was God's season it would have manifested, but with 20 black neighborhoods organized, if at the same time the people I knew in all 20 zip codes could have stood up, it would have happened. But we call it BL. And BL stands for Black Light. That's the trauma that's hitting us from you name it. When BL hits you, it's hard to do anything activist or anything to help others because BL got you. And that's what happened in 2007. BL got our people. We didn't get enough signatures. It was me, Dorothy Brown, Doc Walls, and someone else on the ballot. I stayed there for over a month. And then on my birthday, that's when they went on and got me off the ballot. But what it did, and what I told a few people that was out there helping us get petitions, there's no losing because of National Block Club University. We block by block organize no matter what. So it's just a difference in saying sign this petition versus what block you live on and what are you going through and how we can link you together. And there's no difference between that. So it wasn't a loss in going out there organizing. Well, since then, 2007, we did the same thing for this same seat, the 32nd district. And we had a good team together, but I can be honest with you, we did not have this many people at the announcement. Tia and my family over there was the only ones at the announcement. We had about 8 people, so this is this is a step forward. And we fell short in that race because the incumbent, Andre Tapetti, a non-for-profit person who shouldn't have been in the political arena, and 4 other people all challenged my petitions. And I had, you know, we had a different address, and they played the political game, and they knocked me off the ballot as well. That's what Mike was talking about. And what I've learned from that, and Algie is a veteran at it, so he even gave me some pointers on how to play the political game in Chicago.
Well, that's right.
It's Chicago politics is different.
It's special.
And it's gangster, and it's hardcore, and it's all of that. So anyway, right now, as it stands, and I don't have to go into all the problems that we face. We all know from the murder rate, but I will tell you, Afghanistan, we just had the most deadliest month ever of U.S. troops there. We had 30 people murdered so far, and it's July 25th right now. And last month in June, we had 45 people shot to death in Chicago. So we had 15 more murders in Chicago. And right now, CNN, they screaming about the murders of U.S. combat soldiers in Afghanistan, which is at 30 right now. And we had 15 more in the city of Chicago, where each one of us dwell. Straight bullets just hit a young boy 65th and Green over here. So I want everyone to look around and recognize that we are living. Correct me if I'm wrong, we living in a war zone. War zone. 15 more murders for us than troops in the real war zone with troops on the ground. I say that because that's my passion, is from Cabrini Green years ago, my uncle, my father, Cabrini Green, wondering why was blacks killing each other. And this was back in 70, 79. Well, that's when I started noticing. I was 4 years old. I was like, hey, but no one could explain to me why we was killing each other. And I remember asking God to help me grow up to be able to do something about this murder. And joining the military in '92, traveling to Hong Kong, Singapore, Thailand, Africa, United Arab Emirates, seeing how other cultures is living, really putting in my spirit that, man, we can do this. We can change. We can make some changes on the ground if we get organized. And so I took the concept the military has, the Navy, a real strategic, pragmatic approach to getting organized. Every person on that ship, 3,000 people on the ship, has what they call a rating. And the rating says what you are, whether you are a nurse, whether you are a clerical person, whether you are aviation, you change the tires, whatever your role is, everyone has a role to play, and each role is important. And so I took that same concept, came back in '96, and started on the west side organizing with the same approach. Every person is valuable and brings something different to the whole in our neighborhood. So where we at now, you fast forward it now, with the murders, with the HIV, obesity, lead poisoning, we can go on with the problems we have. You have to ask yourself, who's organizing us to deal with those issues? Now, Chicago is gangster, we know that. We had 20 black aldermen. We got 19 right now, one ward. The second ward is Ferretti. He's the only one that's mainly in the black area that's not occupied by black. But we have to ask ourselves, if we're more dangerous than Afghanistan, what are our politicians doing about that? Yet, I've yet to see all the black aldermen come together and call a summit for us in our community and say, time out, what's going on with us? We dying more than anybody else, but not one summit to bring us together to say, what are we going to do about it?